Hello again, it's S. Scott from the Retro Gamer Forum and also Sheffield. um, Recently got another new system to somehow fit into all the other systems we've got going on here. This is the penultimate system I aim to buy, and I'm sure one or two people will say, oh yeah, right, yeah, that's everyone says that, but I really have, as you can see, I really have no room left. So the last system I wish to get is a Neo Geo AES, which I will buy probably in the new year, and then that will be it. I'll just continue collecting games and etc. Anyway, a few weeks ago I got the Intellivision, and while I really wanted the Intellivision, what I really wanted was the ColecoVision. And the reason for this is the ColecoVision was the first proper console I owned as a kid, about 1983 or so. I'm not sure why in particular we got a ColecoVision as opposed to a Spectrum, Commodore or anything like that, but I'm guessing it was cheap, or the stores were selling them off cheap if they hadn't sold as well. But I know not many people I knew owned a ColecoVision, and I love the system because of things on cartridge and you couldn't copy on tape or with your mates. You had a few games, my favourite 4 games being Donkey Kong, Mr. Do, Zaxxon and Cosmic Avenger, and these 4 cartridges lasted me a good year or so without me getting bored, or at least I was 10, 11, so kept me entertained enough for a year before I moved on to the machine above. You can see there the Atari XL, which was my first proper computer. But I had a good year and a half's worth of play out of this, and a system I look back fondly. So I've just unwrapped this today. It came from a forum member, Fat Trucker, on the RG forum, one of the mods as well. And what I would say is, trading on the forum 99% of the time is a really good experience. The retro game community take care of their systems, and if you say buy something on eBay, you tend to find that maybe they've unearthed it from the attic and it's not as good as nick as you would hope. So I'd certainly go with the kind of fan forum sites and get your equipment from those. You tend to find that they work better straight out of the box. Okay, well, the first thing, I don't want to go into close here because the zoom function on my camera is really poor, but as I say, I got the Intellivision a week or two ago, and you can see there the pad has this disc and the keypad there's very few systems where a keypad has been successful. Another one would be, while I'm over here, would be the Jaguar, which also has a keypad, so there's not a good history associated with those, but this disc I found very difficult to use. You get used to it after a while, but it's really not great. On first inspection, the ColecoVision pad seems the same, but if you turn it at an angle, you can see there it's actually kind of stuck out, and you use your thumb like an analog, well, it is an analog stick, but a bit like a modern pad where you move it around, and it's pretty good. You can see there your keypad as well, and yet again they've gone for the buttons on the side, either side there. Pretty chunky thing, looks like a kind of first gen mobile phone. Cleverly they decided as well, I don't think this is going to show, come on zoom, when it finally gets there, but you may be able to make out there's pads there, you can actually unplug them, where on the Intellivision you couldn't, so you can actually put other controller pads straight in there. The cartridges, this is just an example of one. If it zooms in, come on, it's a little bit battered this, but this is Zaxxon, just standard cart. These edges here, about the size of a 2600 cart, give or take. And on the front of the system, most of you will probably know this already, but you should be able to see there slowly, there's an expansion module, and I think one of the things it had was a 2600 module which you plugged in and you could play the 2600 carts on there. I don't need to do that, having a machine just behind that. Anyway, so probably a good start now to be actually turn on a game. So just turn that on. That's the opening screen, ColecoVision. The screen looks worse there than it is from what I can see. You can see there's different skill levels, which is quite common on most of the games, and the game I've got plugged in is Zaxxon. So I'm just going to set the camera down and show you the kind of quality that the ColecoVision had, and how really at the time it kind of stood out from the crowd. And there I get the dreaded banding on the screen, and nothing I can do about that, so to give you an idea what the game's like. Okay, that'll do. I use the keypad to select the options. So this is the game. Stop the volume a little bit. You can see it's your standard Zaxxon game, but the pad works very well, very intuitive. So if the quality doesn't come out, it looks very, very good on my screen, but I know these TVs don't always pick up as well as they should. I used to play this, like most people had the consoles in the living room, just had the one TV. So usually I'd play this game, get so many lives built up, and then I had to turn it off so Coronation Street could come on or something. So still quite good memories. You can see there, obviously the scrolling is a little bit jerky there. However, I still think it runs very well. The graphics are certainly a step up, in my opinion, from the Intellivision, and miles ahead of where the VCS was in '83. That really was coming to an end. Unfortunately, the ColecoVision, like many of the systems around the time, CBS had picked the wrong time to enter the market. As is well documented, the gaming scene was filled with very low quality and cheap product, which really kind of devalued everything out there, and there was a lot of games and systems, and really the whole thing just fell apart for obviously until the NES arrived. If you want to find out more about this, there are 100 books that will document it. But as you can see, I think it's a very well defined game. The controls are superb on this. So this is one of my favourite games at the time. Let's try and finish off at a good point here. And then you move on to the next level. Obviously the gaps in the walls and various other things get trickier and trickier as we go along. Okay, I'm just going to pause that briefly to try another game. Bear with. And so the next game I'm going to have a quick look at is Donkey Kong. Okay, so the joy of carts straight away. Same kind of opening screen and options. You can see there there's an excellent version of Donkey Kong. But again, another game that was quite controversial at the time. I think the makers of King Kong were trying to sue them, and yet again, all in the history books. But this really was the killer app, as I say, for the system. It only has 3 of the 4 levels, and some of the levels are slightly slightly changed, as you'll see on this next level. You can see there's only 3 platforms there. Things move a little slow. The game is slightly on the easy side, but you must understand, in 1983, you wanted closest down the arcade part of something. ColecoVision was probably the best option. It was the kind of Neo Geo of its time, in my opinion, and that it focused on the kind of high quality arcade releases. Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how the system plays. Thought there was a pause button there. So yet again, thank you for watching and your support, and try and post another video soon.